Well, hello model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Raul. And this week I'm going to show you where I'm at with this 76 Gremlin X here. And this is one that I didn't actually intend to start and build here, but you guys had suggested I check the engine on this one, compare it to what's in the SC Ramblers, and for the better AMC V8. So I did that. I pulled it out and everything, and it kind of snowballed into, now I'm pretty much building this, and it's almost done. So I'll show you what's going on with it. But you know, like I said, you guys wanted to see the motor. Somebody suggested, you know, this was a better one, so I pulled it out and I was comparing it. And so since I had decided, I'm like, well, let's see how it looks, because there's not much to it. So I'm like, well, I'll glue the motor together, see how it looks comparing to the other ones. Then I decided, you know, I'm going to paint it anyway, AMC blue, on the two Rambler motors. So I painted this one as well. So I was like, all right, that kind of looks good. So I had the kit out, and then I had the motor. And in between projects where I'm working on this or I'm working on that, and, you know, if those are filming, I still would have hobby time where I can do other things and I'm not filming. So I'm like, all right. So that's what this one ended up being. Was I had previously started it, you know, typical AMT kit, you know, from this vintage. You know, it is a 76. There's a 75 tooling. I believe it goes all the way back to 71 or 72 as far as the tooling goes. But I remember this piece didn't fit very well. I spent some time when I got the kit new 10, 15 years ago, just fitting this and making sure it fit, and then the hood was square, and got it all squared up. And that was pretty much it for my body work. I had gotten all of that done, and it sat in a box for many years and kind of forgot about it. So it had been sitting, and I wasn't too eager to actually build it. You know, it's kind of a fun car. Wasn't one that was high on my list to build, but being that I'm into AMCs, I did pick them up. So since I had the motor out and I was playing with it and doing other things, the body was pretty much ready. I didn't really have to do any more body work to it. So I just picked a Ford White I had on hand and went with that. I think this is just leftover white paint from one of the Mustangs I built. So I used that instead of worrying about an actual AMC white. But I knew I wanted to paint it white, and I wanted to put the blue stripe on it because I thought that was going to be cool. So I put the decals on it. Then when I was clearing one of the other projects, I cleared this one as well. And that's where it kind of went. So some of the other projects, while I was in between stuff, whoops, get to re-glue that in. But anyway, my thumb hit it. I pulled out the corporate blue that I was using on the Petty Superbird that I was using all the suspension on. That's this here. And so I airbrushed the back of that. And then I got my rubbing compound, because I had taped it off, but I couldn't get a real nice radius right there where that is. So I put some rubbing compound on a Q-tip, and, you know, I took the extra paint off and got it all nice and square and looking really good. So once I did that, I put the decals on and I cleared it. So it was, again, cleared and then ready. So then I decided I'm going to go with blue interior. So I just painted all the interior parts with the just Testors, I think it's like seagull blue or something like that, which I had on hand. It's a nice color, kind of gives it the Levi interior color as well. So I didn't want black interior in this. I wanted blue to go with the stripes. So I did the interior, did the dash, you can see there. Got it all just painted. Some of this stuff fitted, and some of it fits really well. Some of it you kind of really don't know where it goes. So you kind of figure it out. Put the automatic shifter in there, floor shift and everything. Kit comes with all of these parts. I really didn't do anything to modify the kit, but, you know, got this done. And then, so I did the headliner like that, and then blacked out the whole inside here. You know, a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and I'm just enjoying my modeling time to myself. Now, the kit comes with tinted windows. I use the 3 tinted windows for the back, but I use the clear one for the front because it comes with both clear and tinted. One thing I did do is I went through my parts stash and I found a rear view mirror to use. And even though I just knocked it out, I drilled a little hole in the glass. I'll glue that back in. So now I have an inside rearview mirror and also outside rearview mirrors. These have a somewhat of a sport mirror. So the closest I had to resemble that without going crazy or worrying about it were these chrome ones right here, because they were chrome, bit of a sport mirror. And so I got both of them. These are actually from the AMT 70 Challenger convertible kit. You know, that's all of them are convertibles, even though some of the boxes predict hard tops. But that's where I got those mirrors from, and I got multiples of them because I've got so many of those kits. So I was also working on, you know, since I was playing with the motor, I put the motor together, and then, you know, all the stuff on it. Now the battery cracks me up because it's got 4 cells, so it's an 8-volt battery. And it doesn't really clearly tell you exactly where that goes, just in that area, vicinity. But there's nothing really to locate it, so I just glued it right there. Some of the parts are that way, like this upper radiator hose. It's got 2 holes, but getting it to glue in place and line up is kind of a pain. Radiator seems like it's on the wrong side of the support, but it is a V8 car, so this depicts the 304 AMC motor. And I put the 4-barrel intake on it and carb on it because it comes with the 2-barrel and the 4-barrel. But supposedly none of these actually came with the 4-barrel. The full exhaust system with the catalytic converter and single exhaust, so you glue these pipes on there, getting all this to line up. Now, some of the fitting issues, there's a peg here and here to glue the exhaust in, but when you glue that in, a lot of the stuff lines up, but this tailpipe is kind of all over the place, and it doesn't really tell you if it should go on the inside or the outside of the spring, so I put it on the outside of the spring, but it sandwiches in between the axle and the frame rail, so I think it's supposed to be on the inside of the spring, but there's not a whole lot of room there for it. So, and then also, it kind of makes it hard to put the shock where it is, because there's a little hole you're supposed to line the shock up in, but it doesn't seem to line up with that. And then there's another one on the back side here, because there's supposed to be staggered shocks, it looks like, as far as the directions go, but it's not real clear on where they go. So I just glued it right there. So you really can't see the recess marks where they kind of go. So I just kind of glued the shocks in right there and kind of just left it alone. So that was some of the small fitting issues, but nothing, you know, outrageous or unexpected. Everything else pretty much does fit. I will tell you that you glue the tranny and the engine completely together, but if you have the front firewall in there, you can't slide all that in there as one piece. It's kind of meant for you to stab it in and then glue this front piece off, but I had the whole engine compartment glued together and to be painted. So that was one where it's like, all right, but the engine and transmission are 2 pieces. They're glued together, and then the glue let go. So I ended up putting the transmission in place, putting the glue, putting the engine in there, gluing both of those together, then gluing them down in place, because you could do it if the fans weren't on there. But since I had glued the fan and belts on there, then I couldn't do it. So, and the instructions don't tell you that. They show you that they are 2 pieces, but it doesn't really tell you that. But if you follow the order they're doing it, you know, there's the engine, there's the firewall, but it's not really telling you which order to put it in. But I found out when that's glued in place. Now, same thing with this. You could drop it in if that's not glued in place as well. But I had them both glued in. So, little surprises there, but nothing ridiculous or outrageous. So, this is pretty much all ready. I got maybe a couple of things to touch up here and there. Tub's ready. Hood came out nice. I got the Gremlin emblem on there. And, you know, since I had fitted all of that before I had painted everything, I didn't have to do any of that this time. Front end came out pretty nice. It's got chrome headlights instead of clear headlights. Then I used foil here, and then the marker lights front and back. I still have to foil the wheel opening moldings and then the rocker moldings. That's going to get done here real soon. That's one of the things I got to do. The lock cylinders, I'll put a dab of the chrome paint on there. And then there's an AMC decal I forgot that's in there, and a 5-liter decal in red. So I'll put those 2 decals on, and of course the license plates. And then this chrome wing that goes on here somewhere, figure out exactly where that goes. So I think that's just how it's going to go, is like that. But this thing's pretty much ready to finalize and put it together. Then, of course, I got to paint the black on the bumpers. And I wasn't real careful. I nicked the chrome here, so I put a piece of foil on it to hide the chrome. But it tucks up under there. I think that's the front bumper. Is that the rear bumper? That's the front. So it won't be as noticeable, but I wasn't worried about sending it out to get the whole thing re-chromed after I trimmed it. But, you know, the rear one got a couple of spots you can hit it with the multi-low pen, but those, once it's in place, those are hidden. So kind of cool, but a little bit more detail painting. So this thing's going to be done here real soon, but I figured I would show you all the details while I got it completely apart, because once you put this interior tub in there, especially with the tinted windows, you can't see hardly any of it. I mean, it's really dark in there. So, but this one was kind of fun. You know, no major surprises. A couple of little ones here and there, which, you know, to be expected with one of these. And but you know, for something that I wasn't planning on building, I squeezed it in and used some of my time while I have other projects waiting on whatever is going on with them or whatever's holding them off. So this one kind of got done in the meantime. But you guys, let me know what your thoughts are and comments on it, and we'll get this one buttoned up, and you'll see this one finished in probably another couple of weeks as far as the video goes. So thanks for tuning in and subscribing. Your likes, shares, and comments, I really do appreciate it all. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.